Hi, welcome to Project Brupeg. This week Dennis arrives from Canada and helps us with our generators.
Yeah, we've got Rod over from New Zealand. He's helping his dad with some stuff and he's going to help us redesign our pantograph hinge.
And right at the end of the episode we've got just a little surprise for you.
So the plan today is to see if we can get this guy here running. So this is a little 6 kVA, 2-cylinder Kubota diesel generator. If we can get this thing going, it means we've got either a spare generator for the boat or we've got a really good test rig for our veggie oil conversion. So the pantograph hinge on this door has 3 control arms. So you've got the top arm, the main one in the middle that takes the weight, and then you've got the bottom control arm at the bottom. And the point of the top and bottom control arms is to basically stop the door from wobbling both laterally that way and also side to side when you're halfway through the opening. However, let me show you something. When we go halfway through, a bit of a wobble that way. That's one problem I have to fix. And also, bottom's touching, top has got probably a good 2-inch gap. And it's not that the door's bent or anything like that, it's just the physical weight of the door is actually too much and it's overpowering the length of this hinge. So what I'm thinking of doing, taking this top arm and mounting it right at the very top end of the door, and that I'm hoping is going to actually pull that in like so and essentially straighten the door up. Correct metric spanner. It's possible to do these hinges with only 2 arms, but they are very, very difficult to stop wobbling with 2 arms. Hence, oops, just gotta let that go. Hence we have 3 because it's a simple, easy way of doing this arrangement. That one. Get that guy off. So we're waiting for Dennis. Dennis is arriving, well, he's in Australia at the moment, but he's coming from Canada. So, oh Canada! He'll be here soon, and we're going to hopefully get stuck into a generator. He's a mechanic, so we're going to get that done, hopefully. Also hoping to get, we've got a spare 6 kVA generator downstairs, just an old one. We're actually going to try and get that fired up and see if we can run it on veggie oil, so that'll be pretty awesome. Right, this doodad, we need to try and get to the very top of the door, so let's shut the door up. Latched. Sounds like us. Alright, so we got to get a couple of brackets made up. So they have to be the same dimension as the pin that's on the original. This is pretty precise what I'm doing. On this door, there's a triangulation that happens. There's 3 holes, and they're spread out. It's a bit hard to describe, but from the centre hole, you come 1 inch this way, or 25mm is the 3rd hole over here, and 1 inch that way, or 25mm is the 1st hole. So of the 3, that's how the diamond is sort of spread out. Now I have to duplicate that at the top of the door. So it's a wee bit of nail biting measurements, because if you get it wrong, the door doesn't open. We'll tack it in. We'll see if we can get the door to open, I reckon. And then...
I would.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
I need to make a mount though. We'll go and knock up a stainless one. So Dennis is over from Canada. He's here for what, 2 weeks, isn't it, roughly?
Week and a half.
Week and a half, yeah. So we're going to get some work on our generators done, and hopefully a bit more of our steel work and some of the engineering jobs done.
Thank you for coming and helping us.
Oh, it's all good.
Noticed the heat straight away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, t-shirt only.
Yeah. We've had a bit of heat wave recently, so it's
We're currently surrounded by bushfires at the moment. So every morning we wake up with like wood smoke everywhere. So oh yeah, that's something to look forward to.
I'll leave you to it. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna make some mounts for. I'm gonna cut a stainless mount for the door. I'm gonna trial a stainless mount up the top there.
This here.
Yeah.
You stretching? What are you doing around the corner? Hey?
Gotta hold your mouth the right way.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's it. Maybe. Yep. No, that's it.
Misha supervising.
You big fluffy dog. Cool. All right. So.
Oh, that's right. It's a great idea.
Works a treat. Okay. We got power on.
Right, little Mish, it's time for you to go.
Sweet.
Big moment.
Doesn't like flop around anywhere near as much as it used to. It's not perfect, but it's way better. Maybe we need to put it at the bottom as well. So I've definitely got the angles wrong.
Yeah. A bit of slope on the top there.
Well, the door should stay parallel. See that?
Yeah.
It's because the angle's wrong. You have to go that way more. But it's also got no stability that way.
It's holding the top of the door a little bit better though.
Yeah. I've lost my alignment as well.
Yeah.
It's the whole door's dropped. So we'll adjust the actual door and see if we can. Yeah, let's do that. Let's adjust the door. I just let it all down, like let all the bolts off. I've got slotted bolts so I can adjust the door. And I just let it all off so that I can try and lift the door up.
Oh, it's good to see you got some of those ratcheting ratchets, man. They're so handy.
Yeah, these were from John Limington,
Sweet.
Patron in
Cornwall.
Cornwall, that's right.
Are they gear wrench?
Yeah.
They're nice stuff. That looks a little better.
So-
It's still puckered a bit in the front, in the top, isn't it? Yeah, see?
I'm hitting the stainless at the top.
Yeah, the corner, the right hand side, eh? The left looks alright, does it?
I've progressively made this worse.
Well, it's going to go through there, don't worry.
Like that. So the weight of the door's kind of dangling the whole off the hinge, etc.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this have made the middle stiff? Now you've dropped the half there.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah. It was obviously adding a little bit of strength.
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
You might need to put one back on there, and have the top one stay. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a spare one. Where have I got that?
You do.
It's downstairs, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll just bolt the spare onto.
Supervisor. You're supervising, honey. Yeah. Yes, you are. It's okay, babe. He's wary of the welder. It's so good. He'll run a mile as soon as Dame turns it on.
Well, you can undo the top one again now and see if it goes back to the way it was.
Yeah.
And as you say, you may have got it positioned a little bit out somehow. It does look like, did you say it was too far that way?
I think it's slightly out. Yeah. That.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah. Right. So we should be.
Wow, that movement up the top is really cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Okay, so it should hold itself parallel now. But that one's fighting that one. Yeah. And the weld.
Well, you wanted to take that off anyways.
Yeah. That's how we're going to take the welds off from now on. That's the only, because that's the same, so that's the only reason why they can be out, is if this one's in the wrong spot, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So
The whole thing goes that way a little bit more, you think?
how do we measure it? This is the challenge.
I know.
Like, alright, so that's just it.
That's pretty solid.
So let's flip that guy around.
What's happening?
Oh, we just realised that I put the screw at the top
Oh,
and the nut at the bottom, and it's just really difficult to get at it. So we're gonna flip it. Ah, I know what I've done wrong. Hang on a minute, I haven't got that the same.
It's not high enough. That's not far enough out.
So that's 50 mil, right? And that's nowhere near 50 mil.
No.
Of course that's not going to work. That's the problem. They have to be identical. I forgot all about it.
That's going to be out here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be out there. It's got to be there.
That makes perfect sense.
Right. Oh, God, I can't believe I forgot that. I
don't know who would have done that.
I think we're going to spend all weekend swearing at this and never getting it right.
I'll make a suggestion.
Yep.
Why don't you talk to Rod tomorrow
Righto.
and see what he thinks of
The guy that designed it.
coming for breakfast?
Trade.
Do you make it from scratch?
The ideas of the pancakes.
So do I. I'm a pancake nut. Like I do.
Yeah,
I could have brought you Canadian
What's
maple
that?
syrup, but I forgot.
Well,
We've got you some.
Oh,
surprise.
that stuff's not cheap. Oh, look at her.
It's not the best stuff, but it's.
Well, that's pretty
It's
good.
pretty
Yes, 'cause I think
You don't need to have any copyright problems.
As long as NASA don't ring us up and go, oi, that looks like our hinge off our bloody spaceship.
Exactly.
No, we promised we did come up with this on our own.
Is this a silly idea? Why don't we move that down there and put the other one there and just put the two separated but
Yeah.
spread the load more?
Yeah, well, that's what I said before, but
Yeah.
unfortunately you've got to make 2 new ones of these.
Oh, that's okay, right.
So we need to basically lengthen it. Right?
Lengthen these by, say, 100 or 100 or even 200
So
mil.
let's say you cut it off,
Right.
right?
Cut this whole bar off.
And then cut it in half.
Well,
Well, you
you-
can split them.
You'd cut this in half. This bracket in half through here.
Have you
Add
lost
some
someone?
plates, so you end up with 2 weld marks in here.
Yeah, righto.
Add 200 mil in here.
This is
Yeah.
Malcolm.
And then cut this actual bit of bar off.
Yeah.
And make a new. Because did you drill that out or was that
No, that was machine on the lathe. So I got it as a rod, as a piece
solid?
of,
It wasn't
of
actually a
hole.
tube. Yeah.
No, it's not
Do you know if they could do it longer?
I'm
And then
not
you
sure.
cut this off and weld a new, longer one on.
I imagine, actually thinking about it now, that's probably the extent of what you could drill easily on a lathe.
Yeah, that's
So you're
all
going
right.
100, oh, this is nearly 300 mil, so you get like 150 mil in.
Yeah, because then you know with the drill walk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you try and cut that up there, you're going to make
Yeah.
because it's not big, you cut it off.
We think we've got an idea.
Good.
Extend the crap out of the hinge.
Cut
I don't do it right away. I do. I got it like within
like that,
20 feet.
then
But
down there.
I'm going the wrong.
So these will be
I'm
cut.
going the wrong. If there was
That.
bars there, then you
We'll
see.
cut that,
There's no one
and then
there.
that
it's
one
kinda
will go
like,
up that
oh,
way,
yeah.
and that one will go
Keep it
down
all
that
right.
way.
Keep it all right.
So you're going to basically
So they'll
separate
wear
it out.
Whatever, it might
So
be
you're gonna move that
100 or
once.
200 mil.
So
Or
you're
you
widening
can-
it by.
Yeah, quite a bit, so it'll be like,
Huh? Cool.
No, do they
and
have
then
a
slide those up
Mover thingy?
that way around, won't we?
I reckon that'll work, eh?
Well, that way it's simple, and you can add wee gussets in here
Yeah.
after it's cut, because
Yeah.
like, you know, say that ends there, you just add a wee gusset in there like that.
Yeah.
Like a air,
Piece of
air
cake, now they're drawn all over your
dryer.
nice stainless steel.
So good.
So
We're going to be cut up soon?
All for electric, right?
Cool. So it's,
this is just
you're meaning the whole thing
Single
with
big
just.
thing.
just this, so cut straight down there.
Why only this bit?
Well, because these bits here need to be, but
So
this,
the little bits irrelevant?
this you can't really re-drill this, and it saves having to buy anything else. Damien can do it all himself then.
Yeah.
Cut that through there, and then slide those 2 up on this, so they'd still be attached in the same spot, they'd just be further this way.
I'm actually thinking of cutting them both
Breakfast tomorrow?
and don't take the hinge down any further down the door, but go up the door.
Up the door.
Yeah.
No, they got
Like
Well, see, if you cut this out,
like
you
double it.
You could leave that where it is.
Yeah.
And this piece here would actually end up higher
Yeah.
relative to the cabin.
Yeah.
and relative to the door, so the bottom stays the same, but the whole top part ends up high. But this bit still technically slides down to this.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a change of plan with the door. We were hoping to be able to press on and just get this top hinge settled to figure out, you know, how to do it all, but it's looking like it's going to be a much bigger job. So Rod came over last night and we had a good think about how we're going to tackle this door. We're actually going to throw it back into the CAD design system and basically figure out what's going to be the most effective way to get the hinges the way that we need it to get the strength in that dimension, and also, yeah, just to make sure that it lines up properly. So we've got a couple of ideas. I'll show you what we're looking at. So where we've put these marks on the door, we're thinking of cutting it and actually splitting the hinge. So this part here, this is what we're looking at creating. So this is the big stainless hinge here. We're thinking of chopping the end off and adding in some 100x6 flat bar. If I come up here, we're thinking of cutting it down here, cutting it across there, and then lifting this up maybe 300mm, and then bringing in a sort of a V pattern. Overall, this whole hinge will come up roughly to the middle of the door, and then the goal is to basically separate this so that we get a much longer hinge piece. So it'll end up being two circular hinge pieces here. So where the pivot is actually going to be much separated from where it is now, and we're hoping that because we're going to create so much more distance in that dimension there, that we'll end up with a much stiffer door when we need to open and close it. So because we've got a bit of a hold up on the door, we're going to drop that for now and we'll carry on with something else. We've got Dennis from Canada here. He's here for a week and a half. So he's a mechanic. We're going to get stuck into our 2 generators and see if we can get them up and running. We've got one downstairs on the ground, a 6 kVA Kubota generator, and then we're also going to have a go at getting our 14 kVA Kubota that's in the engine bay, the one that Ed and I mount into that position. We're going to see if we can get that going as well. We've got a 6 kVA 2-cylinder Kubota engine. It's a bit of an old beast. I don't know what model number it is, but yeah, she's a bit of an old clunker. I have been told it runs, so we're going to see if we can get that fired up. We've got a whole bunch of diesel that we can just fire it up on. I don't know, probably 100 litres of diesel or something just sitting there. The plan, get this old clunker going. We'll get it started up on the diesel. So we're making good progress on this little generator. Dennis is just doing a bit of wiring. I'm going to nip over to Malcolm's and go and get some jumper cables. Right, jumpers secured. Try that.
It's not on the dipstick.
Not even getting there.
No.
I think I filled it up. Oh, cripes, I did.
It has a top mark though. It's got kind of a long, oops.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yep. It had some oil in it already. Pretty black looking stuff.
Awesome.
So it's got a ton of oil in it.
So that's not supposed to happen. That shouldn't be leaking like that. That should be just like a sealed off port. So you get salt water coming in through there, and then this basically should be fully sealed all the way around there. So that didn't work. So now that we've got oil in the engine, we've also got enough water to be able to run it without overheating. We started hooking up the jumper cables so that we could get the motor to spin over, and we were spraying in ether into the inlet manifold, which essentially works as a fuel for an engine, whether it's diesel or petrol, so you can start it on the ether without actually needing to have any petrol or diesel into the motor at that stage. Alright, another go? Okay, online.
That's exactly what you said.
That's decompression.
Ready?
Yep. So maybe we take this off and power it up and we know what powered up is doing and what powered off is doing.
Yep.
It's probably the only way to know it. I feel like I've got to rub it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no ring.
Alright. So, should we power it up? Is that going to come? Oh, it is going to come out. So, this must be part of our battery circuit then. So we, yeah, just take the needle out.
Okay.
Yep. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay. I gotta get some proper penetrating fluid.
Yeah.
This stuff is, anyways, whatever, it's better than nothing.
Do you know that diesel is one of the best penetrating fluids?
That's what a lot of guys are saying.
Yeah. They use it to leak test trawler when they build them. They put it all around the wells on the hull because it'll, after an hour.
Oh no, it
come
seeps
out.
through everything. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and start this one, finish this one before you tighten that up.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, okay, yep. I'm still loose.
Okay, go for it. So somehow we have to have enough gravity that we can take the air out of these two. Anyways, so we'll have to loosen both these two off. Anyways.
Yeah, we'll get there. That'll be right.
Sweet.
So we can bleed that easy enough. So let's hook up a tank. Let's do a fuel tank, gravity fed down. Let's build a fuel system. I think that's way too small. That is tiny.
You haven't got a multi-driver in here.
No,
I'm amazed.
most of that isn't even my tools. It's left over from somebody else that came, Richard.
No.
He came and decided he was bringing gear. He started a tool collection.
And he left them here for you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That was his.
What's wrong with that? That's great.
I know, it's awesome. Bloody awesome. He brought Craftsman sockets. We had, what else was there? There was all heaps of electrical gear. He brought an alternator. He had because I wanted to upgrade the alternator on the motor.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something I've got to do. I've got to change the alternator over because the one that's on there is small. It's like 50 amp or something like that, 12 volt 50 amp. But
you need a 90 at least, or 100 and something.
Yeah, he's got 100, I think it is. But the trouble is that the old one we've got, it used to have a mechanical RPM. The engine had mechanical RPM rather than like off the alternator.
Okay.
And I can't. The old alternator is too old to actually have the senders, so I need to swap the alternator out. A, to get a bigger amperage, but also to have the senders so I can hook an RPM gauge because I got no RPM gauge.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
I think I might have to back it up a bit more.
Yeah.
Interesting. These are all 1/4 inch
Yeah.
with a metric society, but they're
Yeah.
1/4 inch.
That's
That makes sense.
it's because it's cheaper to buy stuff from America and whatnot than it is to make stuff here.
You think so?
Yeah, oh yeah. Everything, like the steel on this boat, it's all 6mm, but it's not 6mm, it's 6.34, which is 1/4 inch. But it's sold as 6mm.
Yeah.
I suppose when it costs you, tens of millions of dollars to set up your steel mill to make 1/4 inch, and then somebody else says, I want 0.34 of a millimeter skinnier, and they're saying, yeah, no, you're getting 6.34.
Yeah.
All right. So let's throw a bit of diesel in that and see if it leaks. I'm not 100% certain how clean this diesel is. It's my old squirty bottle for my cleaning diesel. Doesn't look too bad.
I'm used to air all the time and clean things out and blowing it
Yeah.
out and all that sort of thing. And
I'll just decompress it. We don't need horsepower. We're getting nothing. Some of these old motors have a decompression lever up the top here. This one's got a little lever you can flick. When it's decompressed, the exhaust valves stay open and you end up being able to easily spin the motor, so it's great for bleeding diesels.
anytime, you ready?
Yep.
So if you don't go all the way to the bottom, you get best to burn that from there. See? Not much friction.
We got fuel.
Sweet.
We have fuel.
Try add compression and see if it'll do any difference. It's got lots of compression, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Ready? Sweet!
Alright, she's runner-ish. On
Yeah,
one
ish.
cylinder.
But this one's not coming out of here yet.
It's not coming from the pump.
Well, I'm just like thrilled that it's even firing on one at all, or doing. I don't know which one's firing on, but
Back cylinder.
just a second. We'll just. It may spurt out of there, which is what we want.
There's the ether.
Because it's not coming out here at all. I just did.
Hey. Alright, we got diesel finally.
Well, it's been sitting a long time. We're actually kind of lubricating everything, doing this whole thing anyways when it comes to...
Yeah.
Been sitting around for a long time. So I don't know what our expectation should be, but... Okay, let's see if we can get that thing to come out of there now. Let's do a fog to get it to start going in. Ready?
Yeah. Definitely runs on better on that one. Keep giving it diesel. Doesn't like the ether. You hear the knock when you put the ether in.
Yeah, yeah. It wants to run.
We definitely got no compression there. That worked.
Sweet.
All right.
I did not expect us to get this to run like this today. Gee whiz.
So that works.
So we got a leaky coolant.
Let's see if we can start it without ether. Let's just see if it'll start now. Like.
And that's fast right there. Ready?
Yep. Sweet. All right, that's good. Nice and reliable.
Sweet.
So
I'm sorry, I did not expect that. I had low expectations. Maybe you had higher expectations than I did, but a proper oil change. Go to 1540 oil.
Yeah.
Pretty oil. That oil's black. It's black.
Yeah.
And it's got a filter on it too, right here.
Yeah. Wicked.
Sweet.
Okay, easy generator done. Next week we're gonna have a go at this one. So this is what it takes to lift Malcolm's boat. There's 2 cranes and 5 trucks. These cranes are 200-ton lifters each, and that's to lift a boat that weighs 40 ton. So the plan is, I think they're going to basically lift it up, and then that truck over the back, let's see if we can zoom in, that guy over there He's got a big extendable trailer and he's going to reverse under the truck and then they're going to drop it back down on top of it.
Gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.